Your neighbor.
Okay, so now that we're recording, we introduce Jeanie today. Jeanie Tolbert is teaching our class on PDFs and all the things we can do with those. And so we'll let her take over. It's all yours, Jeanie, and here's your mic right there.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to have all of you here today. And this is one of my favorite topics because there's so many things that you can do with a PDF, which stands for Portable Document Format. And it just means that it's portable. And one of the reasons we use it is because it's smaller. You can email it if it's small enough. Let me show you what a PDF is. Do you see these on my screen? So if you come up here to view, you can view large icons and you can see all of these images. You're probably familiar with the My Family book that looks like this. Okay, there you go. You're familiar with this My Family book? My sister-in-law filled it out for her. And then she had her parents and grandparents, and she filled the whole thing out, wrote memories. And I was so impressed that I decided to do it myself. So I did. And watch the difference between a PDF and regular images. So I brought it here to the Family Search Center and I scanned it, and that was the first page. This is the second page. Okay, you can look at that. Okay, this is the third page. Okay, you can look at that, and the fourth page. And so you can just look through all your images individually like that. But if you want to have it be a little more efficient, then you want to do this. See this icon? That's a PDF. Portable document format. So if you double click on it, then you can come up here to the size and you can make it 100% or maybe 75%. And you can see that. And then you just go 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page, 6 page, 7 page. Do you see how nifty that is? It's a lot easier to read for one thing. So people who come here and scan a scrapbook that they made when they were on their mission, and they want to share these images with their family, they can do that. But it makes me sad to watch them go home with just images. If they go home with just images, you're back here looking at the first thing I showed you. So I want them to know how you can combine them into a PDF, then save them on a jump drive and share them with your family. The other thing you can do is take this PDF to a copy center. And if you take it to a copy center, they can easily print it for you, which is what I've done. And so I have 10 of these. They cost, I think they were less than $3 a piece. I copied the whole thing in color in Santa Quinn. It's called Pioneer Press. And I'm happy because I can give them to all my family.
We bound it for you too.
All we did was fold it in half and staple it just like the original ones were. So any questions about that? So here you can view your list. And here they are. You can see here this says JPEG. So when you scan it on one of our scanners and it goes to a folder, you're going to have these things. They really don't mean anything and you don't have to save them. And you see this at the end of this, OIP, doesn't mean anything, but the JPEG is what you're looking at. That's what you're looking for. So the Zoitel machine on this side scans in TIFF and it would say TIF right here. But this one is set up in JPEG. And so you can see that. You can bring it up one at a time. You can even go to the next one like this. But you can take these images to a copy center and they could print those, but it's a lot harder for a printer. And if you do it as a PDF, like those books are small, they're only half size of a page. And this is how you go up here and change the size so that you can see it. This is how you go from one page to the next. And it's much more efficient, easier to read, easier to email, easier to share with other people. That's why we use a PDF.
I think it'd be good to talk about the difference in size as well.
That's exactly right. Okay, so let me just show you. If you view them as details, it will tell you the size. So each one of these images you can see the JPEG. You don't want to get mixed up with these OIP and any of those kinds of things. You're looking at the JPEG ones. So you can see how big each one of these are. If you come down to the PDF, it's 19,000 kilobytes. So how big are you supposed to have something to fit on Family Search?
15.
And it's called 15 what? Megabytes. And so this relates to 19 megabytes. So this one is too big to go on Family Search. I'm not putting it on Family Search right now because it has my personal information on it, my birthday and all of that stuff. And so I don't want anything with living people on my page on Family Search. I know that it's supposed to be private, but I had all of my grandchildren write an autobiography about themselves, and I had a picture of them, and I went on Family Search and I put every one of my grandchildren with their autobiography on Family Search because they're private. Nobody else can read them. My grandson calls me probably 6 months later and he says, "Grandma, did you know I'm on Google?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "My autobiography and my picture that we put on Family Search is on Google." And I said, "Really?" And so I looked, and sure enough, and I took every one of them off because on Family Search, it says on memories, right here, if you add a memory, let's see, we're going to add a document. Is that where it says it? No.
After you've got a document, it will say on the right hand side of private or public.
Yes, I know, but it also says anything you put on memories has the potential for other people seeing it. So even though it's supposed to be private, I do not put anything on Family Search that's available for people to see that's living information. So that's why I'm not putting my family book on Family Search. Yes, Keith.
Disappear from Google?
Pardon?
Once you delete them, did they go away on Google?
You know, that's a good question. I did not check that, but I will. Good idea.
Well, you still won't be able to find it, even if it comes up in a search. If it's not there anymore, it's not
Going to find it. Okay. This is Mary Curtis. She's my third great grandmother. She's married to Stephen Markham. Stephen Markham was Joseph Smith's bodyguard, and there's lots and lots of histories and information about him. And she's a remarkable woman who was young, married Stephen Markham, and she has lots of memories. I wanted to show you the difference between the documents that you can have. So right here, see this little icon? That's a PDF document. So if you look at that, that's a PDF, and you can come right and scroll down like a PDF. Okay? Very readable, really nice. However, if you come down a little further to this one, look at these three. Oh, I wonder what these are. Okay, let's double click on this first one. Oh, Butcher never waited. When asked why he didn't, he would say, if I did, I would cheat myself. So that's the third page of this history of Mary Curtis Markham. So whoever put this on here did not make it into a PDF. So there's the third page. There's the second page. And there's the first page. So do you see the difference between just putting images on there or coming up here and putting this icon, which says PDF?
Makes it into a book, a single file.
So that's really what I wanted to tell you, is the differences between PDF and why you want to have a PDF. And so now I'm going to show you.
Can you stop there?
Yes.
You go up to that hamburger in the left-hand corner of that and go down below. Click on the three dots, click on that, and that makes it bigger.
And you can still do this, make this smaller or bigger. Okay. Okay. So on 3 computers, this computer, 5 computers, this computer, that computer right there on the right-hand side, on the against the wall on that side in the family room, and 2 computers in the computer room have this program, which is called Adobe Acrobat DC. Do you see this? Yes. This is the icon. This is what it looks like. Adobe Acrobat is pretty expensive, maybe $300. I don't know. But Glenn has purchased 5 copies. They're older copies, but it doesn't matter. These older copies work just fine. So if you have a scrapbook of all these images, or if you have pictures that you'd like to put together, you can bring them here and convert it using this Adobe Acrobat DC program. Not Adobe Reader. Don't get confused with that. It's Adobe Acrobat DC. So on the back page of your handout, it tells the instructions about how to do that. So I'm going to show you that right now if you follow your instructions. So the first thing it says is double click on Adobe Acrobat DC. It says the top left of the desktop. It is on that one, but not on some of these others. These are documents that people have done that Keith showed me. We just need to delete those because they don't even go to anything unless it's saved on this computer. And once you make a PDF, you don't want to leave your files on the computer. You want to delete them. And lots of people don't remember to do that. Okay, so let's follow these instructions. It says from the File menu, click Create, Combine Files into a single PDF. You see that on your handout? So here it says Create, and you have all these choices. PDF from a file, from a scanner. You don't want any of those. And you can create multiple PDFs, but then you'll have 25 PDFs instead of one PDF. So you don't want to do that. So combine files into a single PDF, just like that. And then it says, click the very small plus symbol in the top center of the screen. It's hard to find. Look around. Top center of the screen. Tiny plus symbol right there. See that tiny plus symbol?
It's a rectangle with a tiny plus.
So we add the files. And then it says navigate to the location of your files. So this one happens to be on this desktop. So I'm going to find it under images, and all of them, once we finish here, I'm going to send you with a tutor to one of these computers so you can try this. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. Let me just start this again. So let's pretend like we're starting all over again, because you're going to do this in 10 minutes. I'm going to send you to a computer. Okay. So you go to Adobe Acrobat DC, and the instructions are so good on here if you follow along. Then you go to the File menu, Create, Combine Files into a single PDF. Find the tiny Add Files, then navigate to where yours are. So mine are on the desktop under Images. And these, can you see the JPEG? So these are JPEG images. This is my grandmother, a history about her that's 11 pages long. And so you have to select the desired files to be combined. So did you see how I did that? So you click, whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I must have pushed something. I don't know what I did. Okay. Let's find it again. Add files. Okay. Click on the first one, hold your shift key down, click on the last one. It doesn't say that on your instructions, but that's how you select. That's what that means here. Select the desired files to be combined. So if we cancel that and try it one more time, click on the plus, add files, click on the first one, hold your shift key down, click on the last one. Okay, then it says click open. Open, there you go. Then it says select combine at the top right. You can watch down here, it's converting them. And right here is your PDF. Already combined it that fast. Those 11 images, could have been pictures, stories, scrapbook, anything. 11 pages, they're all right there. Then it says reduced size PDF. From the file menu, select save file as other. Right here, save as other, reduced file size. Reduced size PDF. The document needs to be saved before it can be optimized. Do you want to save and continue? That's what it says. Click yes to the question. Yes. And navigate to the location where you want to store the saved files. This is going to save right here at the desktop in that same folder images. Do I want it called binder? No, not necessarily. I want it called something else. Sarah Smith is my grandmother. So then we save. And then it says, click OK. And then click save again. And so you click save. And it says yes to the question, replace. Yes. And you can watch here and it's processing. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now we can go to this images file. And there it is, right here. Yes. I really like to save both because then I can check the sizes, but that's not what these instructions said. So I can show you that, but here this is 928 kilobytes Is that small enough to go on family search?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're going to save it to your jump drive. And you're not going to be doing that today because I didn't have you bring jump drives. But whoever your mentor is today can show you how to save it on a jump drive. I just saved it right here to this images file. Do you have any other questions?
Did you want to show them how to make it readable? I mean, searchable? And if it's text, you can make it searchable very quickly and really after that as well.
So my program, which is called PDF Expert, automatically does that. I don't have to do anything different.
This one may have already done it too. See if you can find the word soon or something.
No. So what do we have to do to make this readable? Searchable.
So go to tools. Where's tools? Oh, there's your tools over on the right-hand margin.
Search tool.
Say enhance scans. Down, no, it's already there. It's already in the X that. Enhance scans right there. Enhance scans and then recognize text at the top. Top line menu.
Top line, recognize text
Yeah.
right here. Okay, recognize text
Okay. In this file.
in this file.
And then recognize text. And it'll go through an OCR, that document, so that now it's searchable.
So that would be really good to write those instructions down. We'll go through them one more time, but I'll show you what that means. Jesse, I'll show you. I'll show you just a sec. So now we come up here. Let's,
Now, when you close it, it'll ask if you want to save the change.
did it already do it? If I
Yeah,
type in my grandmother's last name was Smith.
you gotta go to the search bar, which is the magnifying glass up there on the top right.
Oh, this search bar. Oh, okay. Maybe it already did it. Okay, next. So here's all the Smiths. Next. Next. There's another Smith. So that's why. So when I do my journal, what I do is talk into my phone. This would be a whole nother class, but I talk into my phone. I save it as a Pages document because I have a Mac, and then I have a document, and then I convert it to a PDF. I do that once a week. And so I have 365, no, I have 52 journals for a year. And I want to combine them all into a PDF. So for one a year, I'll have a PDF. And then I can go up here to this search tool and we can type the name of one of my children. So I could put Terry. And then Terry could look through all my journal entries and see when I had talked about her.
That's really fun.
So that's why I do that.
I do that for my daughters for their birthdays this year. I went through and just searched for their names and found entries where I had mentioned them in my journals over the years and put it into one document and gave it to them on their birthday.
Wow,
It was really fun.
that is a great idea.
Very useful.
Let's just do that.
The steps again.
Yes, we want to save changes, yes. And so it saved it. Okay, so let's bring up this My Family book and let's see if it's already searchable. This page contains only an image. Would you like to run text recognition? Do I want to do that?
Yeah. It's the
Yes.
same thing as what we just did.
Well, then, okay, say okay. And now it's doing that. So then we will be able to make
Now,
it
won't recognize
searchable.
handwriting very well. This process will. There are other ways you could make handwriting searchable as well, but that's a different program.
Okay.
That we went through yesterday.
Any other questions or comments? Emily,
So you didn't go over to the right and click enhance scan, recognize.
we're going to do it that way.
That process.
We're going to do it real quick.
Yeah, this one, it knew when she tried to search, it knew that it wasn't searchable. So it says, do you want to recognize the text? So it was a shortcut to doing.
So it did the same thing.
It-
but short.
Things.
And so you can do it that way. Just write those instructions down so that you have it. Any other questions or comments?
You're gonna go through this.
Yes, we are.
So your maiden name is Smith.
My maiden name is Smith.
My mother's maiden name is.
Maybe we're related.
Yeah, this is kind of a slow process for recognition, but it's good to do. I do it on every single PDF I ever make, because I make it searchable. Because I want to be able to go back and find it later. And it may only mention what I'm searching for in the middle of the document. And how am I gonna know that's the document it was in? If it's not searchable.
Okay, now let's see if, there it is right here. Smith, next, Smith, next, Smith, next, Smith. So let's try those. We're going to do that one more time, what he, yes. Okay, so let's do this one. All right, so we've come here where it says enhance scans. So on the right-hand side, it says enhance scans. Then we come up here where it says recognize text. In this file. And then recognize text one more time.
What was after the first recognized text?
In this file.
In this file.
In this
I
file.
was writing and then you figured it out.
It just pops up as soon as you hit recognize, the first recognized
And you
text.
just tell it yes.
We say in this file. It asks you in this file or in multiple files. So you just say this.
So then you can go up to the search and type in Sarah. Oh, no.
And it's not 100% accurate, because sometimes we'll miss it. Oh, we got two, it's two teams. It's probably the font style.
Okay, so there's Smith. There's the Smiths. Okay, so let me show you what you're going to do. I'm going to divide you up with the people on my shift who know how to do this and send you to a computer so that you'll look for this folder right here, images. And it says PDF class is what it says in the images folder. And then you're going to follow these instructions right here and go through and do it. Okay?
That's the best one.
Okay, thank you so much for attending this class. Really appreciate it. If you have more questions, I work on Thursdays from noon to 3. You're welcome to come and ask any questions. Most shifts have people who can help you with PDFs if you just ask them. And Keith is lots of times here, and Rose is lots of times here, Angela's lots of times here, and you'll be able to get some help for anybody who wants them. Yes.
And by the way, all of the computers that have this program have a little sticky on them on the bottom left of the computer monitor that say Adobe, just to let you know which one.
Okay, it's right here. Yeah, right on the bottom left of the monitor screen. You can't see it, but it's right here. Just on the bottom left. So you'll know which ones. Okay, thank you.
You gonna go try it?
Thank you, Jeannie.
You wanna go try it?
Yes.
Is that what you wanted?
Exactly.